Right then, guys. So after Yoda, I was racking my brains on what to do next in terms of print, in terms of what my project's going to be. So I've decided to have three. First, upgrade the print area and the printer. So I'm going to do some mods to that printer. I found a handle that can go on the top to make that lid easier to remove, and there's a modification that can get me another chunk of print space by swapping out that handle with a smaller one and reprogramming the unit with an extra 10mm of print space. 10mm doesn't sound like much, but it can be the difference between having to cut something in half to print it and being able to print it in one. Thing number two is this. So a while back I bought this wireless charging unit for the car, and unfortunately its grippy shit is, well, shit. But I'm going to do something with that. So what I'm going to do is rip the fucking guts out of it. So I'm going to take the wireless induction charging components out of that, measure them, and build them into something new. They are my two projects at the minute. Little third one going on. Still trying to make some keychain / necklace things. There's some mini Beskar and gold pressed platinum ingots. But we'll come back to them when I do their pendants as well, but they're not part of this project. They just happen to be what I was printing last night. Oh, third project. I do have a third project. I am actually working on it, and I'm going to go to the shop in a second to see if I can find it. I've got this green resin, and the moment I saw this green resin and how it turned out, the first thing that I wanted to build, once I worked out how to use the printer, was a T-virus. A T-virus from Resident Evil. I need to have a T-virus, and I don't have any clear resin, so I need to go buy some clear pipe. But that's also on the cards for printing. So I might take you to the shop with me, see if I can record something buying the bits there. But anyway, they're the projects. Mods, possibly, and viruses. Probably not a good thing to be working on at the minute. Okay, so the printer's on for the first set of end caps for the T-virus container. And now let's turn to this. Oh, I've also painted them. Let's turn to this. So first thing I need to do is crack the fecker open. Now looking around, there is a screw at the back here, which means I need a tiny screwdriver. Thankfully, I have one. It has my tiny little Voltec screwdriver. I actually got this with a little builder kit a while back. Now that is exactly the right size to get me in there, so let's... Not quite so easy to do one-handed. Right, okay, so it's loose. Is this screw going to be enough? One second. So giving it... No, I think I'm going to need to wedge it. One second while I try and find somewhere to stand you where you can see what I'm doing. Right, if that doesn't fall, then I might be able to work with that shot. Right, so there are no other screws, so I think I'm going to need a pry thing. Good thing is, I paid about £1 for this. I put it in a pound shop. So if I can't get, it just falls apart, doesn't matter. Right, I want to be careful. Oh, hey, we're in. We've got circuit boards. Right, so there are more screws. So let's get them off. Okay, so that's loose and it's popping up like that. Right, so the mechanism in there. Now one of the mechanisms was shit. That's a shit spring. Right, these aren't needed anymore. And more screws. Right, more screws to hold. I'm guessing the little magnetic plates are down underneath there. So the question is whether or not I need to keep this intact. I think I will, because this looks like a good base unit. And that's the guts of it. So you have your magnetic plate there, the induction plate there, so that creates the small EM field. That's the control circuitry. That's the USB port at the end. So if I realistically, keep this in camera, if I realistically screw this back together, as long as I can work out the outer dimensions of this, I can just hollow out a rectangle. Oh my god. I could make a Beskar ingot. I've done too much Beskar. What? I need to decide what I'm going to do. 1 second while I just put some screws back in, because I'm going to keep this as one distinct unit. Okay, so there we have it. That's going to be our unit. So now, measurements. And for this, I've got a caliper. No more tape measure. I have an actual digital caliper. It goes whoop. Okay, so that is widest. This thing is 40.5 millimeters. Height wise, about 71.2, but I'm going to actually increase that. Minimum of 72, because depth wise I'm going to want to leave a bit more space so that I can fit in a USB cable, and height wise that thing there is the highest bit, so that is, what is that, 15.5 millimeters. So like I say, now I just have to work out, make a decision as to what I'm going to encase this in. So much choice. Oh, I've got it. I have got it. No. Yes. Portal. Tried to companion cube wouldn't work, but a super gliding super button would. Oh, if I could model. Okay, so I found a picture and I've got it. So that super gliding button, I think I could find a model of that. Hollow out the button bit in the centre, put that inside it, and then my phone is basically a button activator. My phone becomes a companion cube, which is depressing, but that's what I'm doing. So later on I will go and find a model, because I'm pretty damn sure somebody must have already modelled this, and then I'll just have to modify it rather than starting from scratch. Ooh, my Pokemon found a candy. But yes. Oh, and a small aside on this video. Sorry guys, I forgot to show you this project. So this project was one I was working on in between Yoda and this set of projects. I got carried away. I really started enjoying myself. So we have here a Babylon 5 communicator and a Babylon 5 PPG personal pulse grenade. A personal plasma gun, that was it. It's got the Earth Alliance logo on it. On the other side is the Babylon 5 logo. I'm pretty happy with the paint. I actually tried multiple paint finishes on this. Some of them worked, some of that at a distance, that light silver one really works, so does the oily one, but this gunmetal one just looks great. And a little silver Yoda. Okay, so time to look for some upgrades. Now I know there are a couple that I've seen before and I want to scan through them. I'm going to put a couple together, decide which ones I'm going to do. There's this one, which I do kind of want, but at the minute can't do, because it requires a 3D, an FDM 3D printer, a bigger 3D printer. You can't print this one on its own printer. I'm going to save it anyway. So that's a tank topper for the resin, so that I can leave the resin alone. I'll need that when I've got multiple tanks of different colour resins going. Yes, I am getting that bad. That is a shorter angled print thing. Yeah, go on. I'll take a look at that, because I do like the the ability to pull it out and switch it into that side view, but yeah, if I can do that in a smaller area, that would actually be useful. Yeah, it's two that I definitely wanted and I've found them before. There we go, handle. So this is a 3D printed handle that goes on top, like so. And it looks like it should be able to fit on there. So that one definitely goes into the... No, I didn't want to comment to back. Goes into the Mars Upgrades collection. And stop trying to do things. And there's a hole at the bottom for... Okay, so you fixed it with double-sided tape. And there is a hole in the bottom if you're okay to drill the cover. I think I'll avoid drilling the cover, thank you very much. I'll take your example, so I need to put on my shopping list for B&Q some double-sided tape. Okay, so back to the list. That was mod number one that I knew I wanted to make. There's another one that's in here. Where the hell has it gone? FEP change assistant. I'll take a look at that. I'll save that. I'll take a look at that later. Eventually I'm going to have to... The clear thing in the bottom of the tanks is a changeable thing. Eventually I'm going to have to do that. There we are. Short wheel arm for the yellow goo Mars. That I've already printed. I should really put it in the tank. But this, short arm. So basically you can see from his picture it is massively shorter than the standard one, which means you can get an extra chunk of the build area by simply modding the profile. Yeah, so you can see there. But it does mean I need a bolt. So what size bolt? Shortened arm wheel, size ZX 170 while keeping the original hood closed. 18 or 20 mil M10 bolt. And then yeah, you need to run something on the printer that tells it can go higher. And I think at the same time as you're putting that software update in, there is another update that you can apply that sets the fan to only be running when it's printing, which is really cool because that fan is annoying. Probably hear it in the background there. That and the heating system. Okay, quick scan for anything else. There was something else I was going to make mod wise. The resin extension I was going to make, but I'm going to leave that for now because that's a bit high end. If I'm building things that require topping up, I'll do it myself. I'll just make sure the damn thing is topped up before I go to bed. Aerator washing station. Come on. Lid spacer and resin fill pipe. I'll open that and look at that off camera. Tank holder. That was what I was going to do. Tank emptier. I've seen one somewhere. There we are. Modular drip tray. That was the thing that I wanted to make. So this is for emptying out your tank and putting the resin back in to the bottle. Right. I need some ports. Doesn't really... We'll see on this one. So now I guess I need to go shopping because I need those bolts, double-sided sticky tape, the M10 bolt there, and also for a T-virus I need a 50x42 clear pipe. Now I could order that on Amazon, but as I'm going to B&Q I might just get it there. Okay, shopping time. Okay, then let's go. And who's taking bets on whether I leave with only the things I came for? This is B&Q. It's almost as bad as IKEA. Plumbing. Clear pipe, hopefully. Let's see. Okay, plenty of pipe, but unfortunately doesn't seem that clear is around here. Might go try the garden section, because they might have some for fountains and shit. Fountains? Ponds. But none of this is clear, which is annoying. Oh, bolts. Pick and mix bolts. Right, so need M10. There's the M8, so the M10s must be over there. Right, let me find the ones I need. Okay, so the pick and mix only has the nuts that I need, so I'm going to have to buy bags of things. Annoying. Here, have a view of the Humber. Yeah. Actually managed to get out of there with less than I went in for. I knew I was gambling a bit on the clear pipe. It's a bit of an odd size. So Now I'm going to see if I can quickly nip to another shop and come up with an alternative. Because what I'm thinking is maybe acetates. If I can get some acetates from Hobbycraft, I can bend them round, but that'll put the reason I didn't go for that first time is because it'll put a seam in them. At this point it might be better than nothing. You know what, before I go down the Perspex route, I'm going to go see if there are any tubes of sweets in these shops. Because they might actually do the trick. Jackpot! Well, yeah. I had to take a bit of a hunt down the aisles, but in the kids' crafting area, the little colouring book area of B&M, there was this. This, don't care about all the contents, the tube is a 48mm diameter, which means that I may be able to get away with it by modifying the scale of this thing that I was going to make. So I wasn't going to scale it, but if that is how I fix it, then I have just made myself very happy because I can make these on demand. Oh, and joy of joys, the print has just ended as I've walked in the door. And the first two end caps. So let's get them out, get them cured, and see how much of a gap there is between our tube and our end caps, and how much I'm going to have to rescale those to print them again. Okay, so the first one comes out of the curing vat. It's all cleaned. Something went wrong. Got a bit of warping in that. I don't know why. I'll have to check the model. Really don't know what's happened there. But we're here to test the tube. The tube of many tapes. Right, so get rid of all that crap. So don't care about that. I'll work out how to get the stickers off later. And yeah, so that is fine for the internal diameter. But there is a noticeable gap around the tube itself for that gap. Okay, but that's manageable. I can live with that. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm going to go away, resize that, print another couple of them out, and then we'll see where we are next time. I think I'll probably end the video on this one, because there's quite a lot in this video, quite a lot going on at once. See you next time, I think, for further experiments with this, the super colliding super button power charger thing, and modifications for that thing. It's all going on. Bye. Also, yeah, if anybody knows of something to do with all this kids' crafting tape, let me know, because I'm probably going to end up buying another 2 or 3 of these. Bye.